All praises to Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai, Bashem Rakak double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and Shalom to the elect of the nation of Israel. And this is going to be a video, a lesson on how having the wrong woman around you when all hell breaks loose, right? Having the wrong one around you when all hell breaks loose is going to be highly detrimental during the day of the Lord, man, right? Having some of these scallywag ass women, man. Some of these hood rat hairnet wearing women, but then here's what: some of those hood rat hairnetting women are gonna be of the elect, man. And some of these women that try and play around like they're some humble, submissive women and that they look all innocent, they might have glasses on, they got a nice little pretty smile on that. They're some of the biggest hoes in the world, man. So it goes both ways in this world, man. In fact, in this world, some of the most beautiful or handsome people are some of the biggest demons, man, because they got more access to be a demon. There's this whole thing going around about 50 Cent's baby mother and all that BS. The mother of 50 Cent's children and all that, right? One of the mothers of one of 50 Cent's children, right? And she's got a pretty face and all that, right? To where people wouldn't think she was doing what she was doing, but she's a demon. She's actually wicked as all hell. Then you got Cassie. Cassie's even more beautiful than her, right? But what was she getting up to, man? What did she do? What was she doing on the earth, man? Cassie is quite a high level beautiful woman, physically speaking, but she's a demon. She's wicked as all hell. She wasn't no victim in none of that stuff that went on. She weren't no victim, and she was a willing participant in all of that. Just like all of those women were, really. And having a wicked woman around when all hell breaks loose is going to be highly detrimental, man. And that's why Yahweh is going to allow men, brothers, to see certain flaws and certain levels of wickedness in certain women now that might be accepted and kind of, I'm gonna let it slide because no one's perfect and all that now. But when all hell breaks loose, those same women, those offenses are not going to be accepted and tolerated, man. A lot of things that are tolerated from women now will not be tolerated when all hell breaks loose. A lot of things that are tolerated by men now, when all hell breaks loose, is not going to be tolerated, man. Sirach chapter 25 and verse 17, the wickedness of a woman changeth her face and darkeneth her countenance like sackcloth. Sometimes when a woman's been being a demon, and you might not even know what wickedness she did, or a woman, when you're passing even strangers in the world, never mind women that you might know, when you're passing strangers in the world, you can see that they're wicked by their face. Their literal face changed. Like there's that video out there of Beyonce dancing, and then it looks like her face literally transformed into something new. It's because she's wicked. When she was doing all that dancing on stage, and then Sasha came out and all that, whatever so-called alter ego is, Sasha Fierce came out. Her face changed, man. It morphed. She literally grew a next form of her face, man. Her cheekbone, her bone structure looked like it shifted because it changed her face and darkened her countenance, man. Because she was wicked. She's all thrusting up herself, twisting up her hips, grinding up herself, shaking her, making her left shoulder balance out and dance and rhythmically with the right shoulder and her neck. And her face changed, man. And that's how these women, it is with these women. And having a wicked woman around when all hell breaks loose is highly detrimental. There's this one movie of like a blackout in the UK. I can't remember what it's called. I think it might be called Blackout. And it's about a blackout in the UK, right? And then there's a scene in the movie where the husband's prepared for all of these things. He's got a generator. He's got all different kind of things, right? And his wife's so overly friendly with the neighbors. She's overly friendly. Oh yeah, we've got a generator. Oh yeah, we've got this. Oh yeah, we've got that. Yeah, we got loads of stuff. We got water. Like having some woman like that around, some overly friendly, oblivious to things, stupid woman that just can't. She pretends like she's some good woman, but she really is an attention thirsty hoe. There's women like that in this world, man. Or having some loves trouble seeking woman. They want those women that I'm gonna get my brother on you. Those kind, right? All of these women, man. All these different kind of women that are wicked. That every single brother might have not experienced all the different kind of women, but they've seen all those women as a body. The body of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, the body of the real church, man, amongst the Israelites. has experienced all the levels, different layers, and intricacies of wickedness of women. Having those kind of women around when all hell breaks loose is gonna put you in a abysmal state, man. Just imagine all hell's broke loose, right? You're telling your family, don't cook nothing that smells. So I don't want no one to know that we got this food right now. Don't turn on the lights. Like, keep it quiet and all that, because they're really amongst us. I'm the only one that could really even physically do anything. You're too small. And let's say the man's got some children, because brothers in the truth might have children, right? And they got small children. So the man's saying, yo, don't turn the light, don't let people know what we got. Okay, the electricity is gone out and we got a generator, but don't fucking make it obvious that we got a generator and be all shining all the lights and all this stuff, making it obvious that we got things to cook with. Let's just eat things that don't smell right now. And she's stiff-necked. And she's cooking up a souffle, whipping up a souffle, putting I need seasoning in it. It's not going to taste good otherwise. I need seasoning in there. First of all, you're not my daddy, you're not my father, you're not... Do you know what I mean? One of them hood rats. Or one of them women that might not have a hood rat accent, but she still says that same shit. This is the way I like it. I've been cooking it this way in my family for years. You think I'm going to stop cooking it now because it's all hell's broke loose? I'm cooking it this way. And you can like it or lump it. I'm cooking it this way. You're not going to tell me. First of all, you're not my daddy, you're not my father, you're not my pappy, you're not my mother. Do you know what I mean? Having someone, and then now you get some banging on the door. Boom, 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 boom. I know you got food in there. I can smell it through the vents. You're cooking a stew in there. Let me in. I'm hungry too. You selfish kid. I'm hungry too. Let us in. Boom, 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 boom. You know what I mean? Or because the woman wouldn't listen to what the hell you were saying. Let's not cook things let's just have oats right now, yeah? Let's just have some bread. Let's just have some bread. Let's just have some Salakia, let's just have some bread. Let's just have some peanuts right now. Let's not cook things that smell right now. Nah. I've been cooking in my family for years. You think I did all this? You think I got all these ingredients for the fun of it? I'm cooking. First of all, you're not my dad. You're not my father. Yeah? I'm cooking what I'm cooking. You get me? You get me, Star Rago? What and what? Yeah? And what? I'm cooking what I want to cook. You get me? Straight up. And what? Period. Send it. Clock it, sis. Yeah, get it, sis. Some demon like that. Or some woman, Derek, you're gonna have to man up and handle this. You're gonna have to get out there and get us some food, Derek. You ain't, if you was a real man, you would go out there and get things together, Derek. Because I'm scared in here. I'm scared. Get out there and get things. Otherwise, I'm taking the MOTB, Derek. You know what I mean? Having certain women around is gonna be highly detrimental, man. I remember one time the Apostle Tahar was doing a lesson and he was going to a lot of mans out there think that they got some righteous women, but when all hell breaks loose, the women are gonna be something like this, man. I don't believe your doctrine. I don't believe it. And actually, God loves everybody. John 3:16. For God so loved the world. And when I heard him say, I was like, you know what? That's real, you know, because that is how some of these women are gonna go on. They're all cool and now smiling. Say, oh, you want some food, honey? You hungry? Have you ate today? Have you? They're all smooth. You think, rah, this is the kingdom, fam. Yeah, this is the kingdom, you know. Your women ain't so bad, yo. Don't read the women's scriptures, man. They're the weak. You got true say, yeah. You gotta have mercy on them, you know. They're the weaker vessel, you know. So like all this rare tear about women, yeah, but we sinned as well, though, you know. We broke the commandments as well, though, you know. So don't just be on the women's case all the time because we sinned as well. Like, okay, the women are wicked, yeah, but the man them allow them to be like. If we was doing our thing, like we're supposed to be dropping our thing, then the women wouldn't have been able to pattern it out like how they patterned it out though. Like so, and true say, yeah, like real talk, you know, nah, gee, you get me, Star. Like if the man them would have been doing their thing like how they're supposed to be doing that, real talk, real spiel. I'm about to send it 100 now, you know. If the man them would have been doing the thing like they're supposed to do their thing, yeah, then could the girl them even do what they're doing now to man? Like, I think you hate women, you know. Like my man's talking like one of them incel man and that. Like he's on some muktow thing. That's how some some of you guys are thinking, right? But when all hell breaks loose, you're gonna see men change up their ways, man. It's easy right now, like Lord will, we ain't gonna be changing up our ways, man. Because it's easy to say right now, yo, I would never take the MOTB. Nah, yo, I'm prepared to put my head on the guillotine now. It's easy to say that. We can all say that now, roaring off, act like we're just a roaring lion of the tribe of Judah, or a howling wolf of the tribe of Benjamin, or a kicking donkey of the tribe of Issachar, yeah? Well, like we're just all a light at in the we'll get him at the last of Gad. In the end, we're gonna rise up of Gad. I'm Judah. I'm a lion's whelp, you know. Like I'm prepared, yo, Judah. I'm prepared to put my hand on the head on the guillotine. No, I'm a Levite. Yo, Levites were the people of the law, you know. You know, we was the ones that was used to be of the law. I'm prepared to put my head on the guillotine now, rude boy. Straight up. We can all talk all that now. Yeah? But we might not even. So never mind these women. Well, let's go to this, man. Because there's a lot of guys right now that are real tough, real smoky on it. Like they'll be prepared to fight anyone among men. And they ain't playing. But when all hell breaks loose, some of these guys are gonna fall and fade out, man. Because right now, when they're doing all their thing where they're strong and prepared to take on any man, they've got a whole schedule set up. So on a Monday, I do legs because I don't want to do legs on a Friday. Because if I do legs on a Friday, then I'm gonna have DOMs, and when I go out to the club, I can't do it in the club because I'm gonna have DOM. I'm gonna have leg pain, and you know I want to drop my wallet or 1-2 step in that, and when the gal them wine. So I do legs strictly on a Monday thing. I do legs them on a Monday thing, raggle every time. Yeah, you know I do squatting 120 for 25 reps. Yeah, minor, and then after that I'd lift it up. Yeah, it's 160 kg standard procedure. That's minor for me. That's nothing for me. Start 15 reps, slap it out, bro. Nothing. Yeah, and then after that, yeah, I do a little 1-2-3 rep thing, 200. Yeah, and then after that I start doing my lunges. 500 reps each leg, standard, one set. Like I don't fuck around. Yeah, I do my thing. I do my legs thing, and then I do a little finisher after that. Yeah, a little deadlift thing, a little RDLs thing. I feel a few kettlebell swings and that. Yeah, and then I do a 3 mile. I either a 3 mile jog, yeah, or a 1 mile jog, or I do a 45 minute, yeah, a 45 minute walk on an incline on the machine. Yeah, and then on a Wednesday, then I slap out my thing, yeah, back biceps, back and tries, and then on a Tuesday, Thursday, yeah, that's the days that I do my little on my Muay Thai class on a Tuesday, yeah, and then on a Thursday I do my boxing thing, yeah, and a bit of jiu-jitsu, yeah, a bit of jiu-jitsu on a Sunday thing because I want to be a full rounded fighter, and you know what, yeah, although I never emptied into the MMA and the UFC thing, I think I could handle myself with some of them man them, you know. There's people out there that are like that, and what they're saying, they really could do it. But right now, this society has allowed them a schedule so they can do that. Adrian Broner right now, like even still now, Adrian Broner is still nice with boxing, even though the guy looks a complete state of a man. But when I've watched him on certain videos, I was watching him in a video with an MMA fighter called Arman Sarkarian or something like that. Sarkarian or something. I don't know how to say his last name, man. Right? Arman Sarukian. I think that's how you say it. And I was watching how he was doing something. I was like, yo, this guy's actually a highly skilled coach. The way how he describes boxing to Adrian Broner is beautiful. The way he moves, still even though he's in that state with that big ass belly, is still beautiful how he moves with boxing in terms of boxing, right? But boxing and all hell breaks loose combat are completely different things. When it's boxing, it's one-on-one. You throw a jab. You're not allowed to do a low blow. You're not allowed to gouge their eyes out. Yeah, you're not allowed to kick them in the testicles. You're not allowed to bite them. You're not allowed to gouge and try and tear their trachea out. Yeah, you're not allowed to elbow them in the spine. You're not allowed to do all the moves that are legal in MMA. And that Arman Sarkarian guy, he was trying to show Adrian Broner, listen, man, okay, the boxing stuff's good that you do. I respect it. But look at these MMA moves. Like when you box, you're close here. But when in my sport, when I'm fighting, I'll be grappling you there. I'll be wrestling you and taking you down to the ground. And Adrian Broner didn't believe it. And to a certain degree, was able to do certain moves to stop it. But That ain't gonna work when all hell breaks loose, man. And he needed a certain schedule to be able to do what he did. He needed a certain strict routine to be able to carry on and to be able to get that good at boxing. When it comes to even trying to get yourself physically fit, man, you need time available to get yourself physically fit. Any brother out there that's really been heavily into the gym and it's into the gym now, you not being able to have a set routine of this day I'm going to train this way, this, and have set days and roughly within like an hour of a certain time window of times that you train. So let's say you like to train at 5 p.m., but you can train at 4 p.m. and you can train at 6 p.m. If you don't have that time available to be able to train like that in some kind of way, you ain't going to be able to do it. And that's why we go, brothers that believe in Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai, we go through phases of when we're training and we're on our thing and we start losing weight, we're building up muscle, and we go through phases where we feel through. And that routine that allowed us to be able to get in shape has been disrupted in some way. Right? But you ain't going to just see ultimate He-Mans in this. But there's people out there that, and I'm saying all this, that to say this, that there's people out there that are extreme tough guys, but when all hell breaks loose, them guys are going to be looking through because it's not about how strong you are. Jeremiah chapter 13 verse 6, ask ye now and see whether a man doth travail with child. Wherefore do I see every man with his hand on his loins as a woman in travail, and all faces attending to parents? There's this whole thing amongst men. I'm a girl dad. I'm a girl dad. You see me, yeah? I'm a girl dad. I love my little girl. That's my little princess, which you're supposed to love your daughter. But being the father of a girl does not give you the excuse to let your little girl paint your face in makeup. She can do that with her mom. Oh, it's my little girl, so I let her paint my fingernails because I wanted her to practice. And we was playing princesses, so I let her put me in a tutu. Yeah, I put on a tutu and a ballerina outfit because that's my little girl, and I'd do anything for my little Katie. Yeah, that's my little baby girl. So I dressed up and I let her put pictures, painting on my face and makeup. And you know what I also did? I even took a picture of it. Yeah, I did her hair and she did mine. She put me in a little ponytail. She put makeup on her face. Yeah, and she said I looked gorgeous, like a little princess. There's men that are like that, and they've got all this love for their daughters that they dishonor their own masculinity. Well, when all hell breaks loose, if them men was to lose their little girl in that time through some chaotic thing happening, them men are gonna crumble and their faces are gonna be turned into paleness and they're gonna be like a woman in travail. Ah, my girl, my little girl. Ah! They'll be crying like a little maggot all over the place, man. They're gonna be through. And they're gonna be distraught and they ain't gonna have no strength in them for what there was before, all the things that they even had the pride and arrogance towards. They're gonna lose that, man. There's certain people in this world that are extremely they really are brolic out there, man. They mash up 10 man. They could beat up 10 trained men, right? When all like John Jones is one of those type of individuals. He's the stories about this guy and the things like people just assume that this guy can still fight even now, and he can. Because if Adrian Broner and him, they're both alcoholics. Adrian Broner's an alcoholic, man. But that guy could still dust off quite a lot of people. Quite a lot. Like I've seen how the guy still got the reflexes to do a pull counter. You know, he still got the movements. He still got it. You know that he still shadow box. He can still skip, do the double unders. He can still do all those things. I've seen the footage. I've seen it. He can still do all that stuff. He can still move. He's still strong a bit. You know. He still can take a punch better than the average person. But when all hell breaks loose, a guy like that will be through. They're gonna be through, man. Because it's not about none of that. It's not about those things, man. Jeremiah chapter 23 and verse 7. No, where is it what I'm looking for? Damn, 9. Jeremiah 9, right? Jeremiah 9. Thus saith Yahweh, let not the wise man glory in his wisdom, neither let the mighty man glory in his might, let not the rich man glory in his riches, but let him that glorieth glory in this. 1 second, Salakia. But let him that glorieth glory in this, that I am Yahweh, which exercise loving kindness, judgment, and righteousness in the earth. for indecent or delight, saith Yahweh. So when all hell breaks loose, there's a lot of people that are not gonna be able to handle what's coming, man. They ain't gonna know from whence Yahweh's wrath rised. They ain't gonna know what the hell is going on. They're gonna be confounded, confused, be like, what the hell is happening? And the spirit of this lesson's obviously changed because I can't even remember what my original topic was. Lord willing, Yahweh brings the exact original topic back to my mind. But as it stands, I can't even remember what the exact original topic was, man. But when it really goes down, a lot of these people are not gonna be able to handle how the world's completely and drastically changed, man. 2 Ezra chapter 15 and verse 16, for there shall be sedition among men, right? For there shall be sedition among men and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the cause of their actions are standing in their power. And I remember the original topic of the Wadi by Shemi Al-Shai. It was that having the wrong woman around you when all hell breaks loose is going to be highly detrimental to your safety, right? It's going to be highly detrimental, man. Some overly proud woman, some overly friendly woman, sees some woman or some man struggling. Oh, it's all right. We've got extras. We don't need it. We got extra. And then he's been fucking casing your house. And he's like, oh, you've got extras, have you? Okay. And now your house just gets ramsacked, man. Just overly trusting the people. Not everyone's bad, you know. There are some good people in the world. You're just preaching hate. You just became so, ever since you started believing that particular doctrine, you've just became so hateful. John 3:16, for God so loved the world. Oh man, I can picture it, man. I can picture that. I can picture a lot of these women are gonna change up their whole tune, you know. When these women start seeing men getting, like when they start seeing that first few women start to be not trying to be on no sisterhood thing and being you see that man that you're talking, thinking yours, man. Nah, that's not your man, that's our man. That's our husband. That guy, I can tell he's got something that necessary. I want him. Just like how you men in the world now. When you see some guy that you think's tall, you think's handsome, you don't care about being his side chick, do you? You might be so disrespectful that you think your man's not allowed another woman, but you'll be happy to be a next man's woman, other woman. So you think that next man's better than your man, innit? Some of you women have got your little favorite celebrities and all of that, right? And your favorite celebrity or your favorite basketball player, right? Your favorite boxer, your favorite NFL player, your favorite singer, R&B actor, your favorite actor and all that. Oh, you wouldn't mind being his side chick and being his second woman, right? Well, eventually that's going to be the thought process that women are going to have to men that believe the scriptures, right? And you know, the same way how you was disrespectful in your mind and you thought, man, I don't care. Okay, that guy's got a woman, but I don't care. I know he's got a woman. I know he's got a wife. I know what she looks like. I know what her name is. Yeah, but I don't care. Given a chance, I'd go straight for that guy. I don't give a damn about this sisterhood. You know, like how you women think that now? That's what women are going to be thinking in regards to your man. When all hell breaks loose, man. That guy has got the spirit of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shine, and I'm going for that. I've got to get I'm going for that. What you think I'm going to get? I'm not getting destroyed. Okay, he's not exactly the most handsome man. You know, that's what they're going to be like. Okay, he's not exactly the most handsome man in the world, but it's not about all that now. I'm trying to, and just because they're going to be thinking that, some of the time when these women are going to be thinking that stuff in their mind, they're even going to know that brother, that elder, that apostle is literally hearing in his thoughts what that woman's saying. Like he's got headphones on, attached to a microphone, and she's actually saying the words out loud, but she's saying them in her head. And they'll be like, oh, so you don't think I'm handsome, huh? Yeah. Oh, so you got a problem with me not being over 6 foot, yeah? Also, you got a problem with me, you know? Also, you got a problem with this. Oh, so you don't really like my swag and that, yeah? Okay, bon you, get away, man. Some of them women that just because, like, here's what you women not understand in this world in general right now. Just because you're ready to settle down with men, that don't mean they're ready to settle down with you. Just because now you're ready to try and, okay, I'm ready to settle down now, I'm looking for a man. Where are all the good men at? How comes every time we do these singles events, the men ain't showing up? Why? The men are just not men no more. Men used to yearn. Men used to go to war. Men still go to war, dummy. Yeah? You women in Ukraine, from Ukraine, guaranteed that. Y'all dipped out of there, didn't you? Quick enough. Men used to go to war. Okay, all the wars going on right now, who's fighting them? Is it men or women? Men used to go to war, and now they're arguing with women on podcasts. Okay, men are still going to war. They're just also now arguing with some women on podcasts too. But all women are experts on what men used to do. Men used to go to war. Men used to just be able to. Where are all the men that could just build things with their hands and can just get down and dirty in the mud and just know how to fix things, and there can be mechanics and this and that. I remember when my daddy used to do this. All y'all women can know all these things about what men used to do, but none of you can ever remember what women used to do. Men are supposed to. Men are supposed to do this, and men are supposed to be like this. It's natural for men to do this. Men are supposed to provide and protect for women. But then if you ask them what a woman's supposed to do, well, a woman can do whatever she wants to do. Yeah? And we're not bound to your rules. Okay. Men ain't bound to your rules then? Oh, but you ain't a real man then. Okay, you ain't a real woman then? Oh, but you're being insecure. You're a narcissist. Okay, you're being insecure and you're a narcissist. Oh, the men these days are just not. Okay, the women these days are just not. Who hurt you? Who hurt you? Yeah, it goes both ways, mate. A false balance is an abomination unto the Lord. So anything that women can say about men can say about them. Oh, the men these days, they want to be the men these days, they want to be treated like princesses. Right? They assume that men want to be treated princesses because they want some respect. They don't ever say men want to be treated like princes and like kings, right? They want to say men want to be treated like princes, and they want to be targeted, and they want to be chased. Men want to be chased these days. The men want to be chased. Okay, the women want to be chased these days. Yeah, women that are hoes, got a high ass body count, want to be treated like they're virgins. You know what I mean? They want to be treated like some Rapunzel. Rapunzel, lay down your hair, and I will save thee from thy treacherous dragon. But they're a hoe. You know what I mean? They're a hoe, but they want to be treated like having these kind of some of these women that exist in this world right now, having them around when all hell breaks loose is going to be highly detrimental, and Yahweh's going to separate certain men from women, man. Like certain things that men are going through now, they're not going to accept when all hell breaks loose, man. Because the houses that men live in now and the place that men are now, they're going to not ever see that house again. They might never end up in the area that they have lived in for a long time, or like wherever they've living currently. They might not see that place again until the kingdom. And then they fly back over like, I remember when I used to live here. Or if they're in Babylon the Great, they ain't never gonna see that house. They won't ever see it again. They won't ever step foot on the land of America. That place is gonna be destroyed, man. Verse 16, for there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, in the course of their actions stand in the power. During a time like that, you can't have no woman around on no foolishness, you know. You can't have no woman around on no foolishness. Overly crying, being like you tell her, lock the doors, make sure you lock the doors. She kissing her teeth, she sighing and you're telling her, don't go out. It's chaotic out there right now. I just came from outside. Don't go outside. It's chaotic out there. I need some fresh air. Like I'm gonna lose my mind in this place. She go out for fresh air, gets her head bust. You know what I mean? Like you can't have no woman around. She goes out for fresh air, right? She doesn't listen. Goes out for some fresh air. Some man's been stalking her, trying to follow her movements, and she follows you back home now, running back home, and then brings all the marauders back to where you are, when they wouldn't have known where you were if she would have just stayed out in the house. These are some of the things that can take place. You're in the woods, been in the woods for a few days, having to live outside and sleep outside for a few days, and she sees some other people that she thinks is more of a better help than you. Oh, they look like that. At least they can make a campfire. I've been cold with this geezer. He doesn't even know how to make a campfire. I've been cold with this guy. She sees them with a campfire. She just runs straight over there. We rations? Have you got any rations? Just runs over there, don't know nothing about the people. Didn't think, you know what? Let me just hide behind this bush and just watch them for a bit. Doesn't know nothing about it. She gets over there to the campfire. She sees that they're cooking human meat. And they're like, oh, fresh food's on the menu, boys. Like having some stupid idiot women. I was watching one movie like that, man. It didn't have the cannibalism, but it was one movie where the woman saw some men and she just rushed over to the group, man. She didn't even think, you know what, let me just watch them for a second. And then she put her and the other man that she was with in danger. Put the whole thing in danger, man. Because she saw an opportunity that she thought she could try and level up the thing, man. She thought she could level up. Oh, them guys look like they can get a bit more down and dirty in the mud than this geezer. So I'm going with them. That's what a lot of women are going to try and do in All Hell Breaks Loose, man. Because remember, Yahweh chose some of the weaker looking men that are to be believers. So some of these women are going to try and find these men that look like they've been going to the gym and all of that, right? And those men are not going to make it. But some of these women are going to be trying to level up from the men of the Lord because they're going to be in a carnal mindset and think, oh, it's about who's the strongest physically that's going to get you out of this. And they're going to try and cast their man away. And then that man's going to be destroyed. And some of these women have got a lot of nerve, you know. Some of these women, after they try to choose up on a next geezer and it don't work out, some of these women are going to try and come back to the man that they once disrespected. Just like how some of these women, I think I heard Apostle Gabar say one time, man, that when a certain things was going on in the world, that one woman that he hadn't spoke to for in years started messaging him like, oh, you must be happy with that, all this stuff's going on right now. Because he'd told her about all that stuff before, but she didn't believe it when he was telling her about it, though, I bet you. Probably thought, oh, he's crazy. Oh, I wish he's got so much talent in all these other things. I wish he would just focus on these things so that I could live off his talents. I wish he would spend as much time in on the that he does in the Bible on me and on trying to build up things for me would be millionaire. That's how some of you women think, man. Just overly about what you're about, man. And having a wrong woman around you and all hell breaks loose is going to be highly detrimental. Verse 17: a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. Women love to gallivant themselves in this world, man. They love it. And having a woman that's overly wanting to be out there and be seen all the time when all hell breaks loose, mate. Some of these women are going to actually be so dumb that in the first initial days or weeks or whatever of the day of the Lord, some of these women are going to be still trying to put on full faces of makeup, man. That's how dumb they're going to be. That's how dumb they are. You're going to still have certain women that are going to still be trying to use their last bits of makeup. Because you know how these women are. They love all this makeup and stuff like that, but they don't bulk buy some of this stuff some of the time. So they're going to have their last bits left, and they're going to try and want to feel better about themselves. They're going to be trying to overdo it, man. Some of these women are going to overdo it, and they're going to still, in the first, before they start to see certain crazy things take place, they're going to be overdoing it, man. Like when in the lockdowns, some of these women was overdoing it, trying to swag up and that. They were swagging up with how they was dressing. Even certain men did it too. But certain women was doing it, and they couldn't wait till they could go back to the nightclub, man. They couldn't wait. And Esau found a gap in the market, and that's, if I'm not mistaken, where all this OnlyFans stuff came about from. So that women could get their attention that they so desperately require all the time, man. And all those attention-seeking women are still going to be attention seekers when all hell breaks loose. And having a woman like that around is going to be detrimental, man. Let's say you decide to have mercy on a certain group and she wants attention and she starts giving one guy the eyes, and now he's thinking, you know what? I could be the leader of this group. And if I take him out, then I can have his house, his woman, and all his resources. You're through. You're thinking you're helping the geezer. But, oh, he's all right, you know. He might be one of the elect. you thinking you're helping the geezer, and he's planning on how he's gonna take your head off. All right, when he falls asleep, I'll tell him I'll take this next watch. Yeah, it's all right, mate. I'll take watch today. You've been done so much for me. Thanks for bringing me in to prove my worth. I'll take this night watch. Yeah, I'll take the night watch and I'll make sure that we're all safe. And you're asleep, man, try to plunge you through. Now, having the wrong woman around you, man, is going to be detrimental. It's detrimental now. And that's why Yahweh Shem Yahushai is putting men through certain things in regards to women, in regards to Jake, so that we're truly purged and cleansed from caring about people that don't deserve us to care about them. That he's making us cold-hearted towards wickedness, so that when all hell breaks loose, we don't cry for these people, man. It says in the scriptures, don't cry for these people, right? It says that we're going to mock when their fear cometh. To really mock and laugh when people are really going through the brutal things, the brutal judgments that speaks of in the scriptures, requires you to not care about those people at all. For you to truly, genuinely be laughing at their affliction that they're going to be going through, man. It requires for them to have did a lot of things to you that makes you be like, man, I've been waiting for y'all to get judged. I've been waiting for this day. Verse 18, for because of their pride, the city shall be troubled. A lot of these people have got a lot of pride, man. A lot of women have got a lot of pride, man. Esau and women, man. All Edomites, every single one of them, which includes women, all the Edomite women, but then all other women of all other nations too, man. Like people be saying about the Moabite woman and that she's this and she's that. She's proud too. And if you was to look amongst the Moabite women, you'd find adultery there as well. Right? There's a whole thing in America, in China called leftover women. So them women are still proud and think that men can't have multiple wives. Because surely the women would cry out and be like, we're prepared. Forget what the law says. We want the law changed. We want the law changed so that we can have more than one man. So that a man can have more than one woman. Women always march for everything else. Women will do a slut march. They'll march to be sluts, right? But they don't march. I think men should be able to have more than one wife. And I'm lonely out here without a man. And I want men to march for that. If y'all are so righteous, man. The Moabite woman ain't righteous neither. And that's why Yahweh said they can't come into the congregation. They ain't righteous neither, man. They might be more righteous than women in the West. But the women in the West are wicked anyway. Now, are there going to be some women that meet the measure and you're like, raw, that woman there, you know, she's actually all right, you know. Yeah, there is. But ask around who's seen one. You know what I mean? Ask around, man, where they at. Like a woman like that wouldn't be seen right now because she ain't chasing the limelight. Women like that are going to be shown and seen during the day of the Lord because they're not all up in the limelight. They're not all upon social media begging it off to try and show how righteous they are. Shalom, Yisrael, all on the comment board and all that. Always got to get their little notice board out and try and make themselves be known. And try and make their self be heard and get something off their chest. Trying to think that they can try and teach. I'm a teacher scripture. Oh, I'm an Israelite, but I ain't part of no camp. Oh, the camps are this, the camps are that. The camps are the reason why you know you're an Israelite. The camps are the reason why you're fronting with a head wrap on. But really, you've got that head wrap on because your head top yam out and your hair don't look nice right now. Because if you had your hair done how you want it, you wouldn't have that head wrap on. So don't try and play games. Because some of you women will still, sometimes you had the head wrap on and ain't no hair showing. But in other times you got the head wrap on and the hair showing underneath. Because you want to still show how long your hair is. So don't try and play games. We know the tricks, man. We're Jakes too. We got sisters, we got aunts, we got female cousins and all that. We got moms. We know how y'all get down. We study women. Women are the glory of men. We study women. You women don't really know nothing about men. Y'all don't really know nothing. And that's why you open your mouths and say all these things on the internet about men and how you want to disrespect them and say everything you want to say and made to do this. How you don't listing off all the things that you won't do for a man, but then also listing off all the things that you want men to do for you. And then you're still oblivious as to why men ain't fucking with y'all no more. You haven't thought, you know what? These videos that I'm putting out there on the internet, men are gonna see them. You're thinking that this is just a only female audience, like there's a women's internet and a men's one. No, men see all them same videos that you women do, you know. And some of you women actually end up wanting to date locally in your area, and you wonder why men ain't messing with you. Mate, they saw your videos. They saw your video. They saw you on the internet, TikTok or whatever, they saw it, and then they seen you out clubbing. And then when you're trying to come up and you wanted them to come over to you, they saw your videos about what you won't take from them, what you will. If I get with them, man, I ain't doing this for them. They saw it. And then some of you may actually see a guy that you think is worthy for you to do that stuff with, but he saw your video as well, and he's like, I'm gonna sleep with her, but after this, I ain't doing nothing. I'm out. Or she was prepared to give me up on the first night. She's full of shit. All that stuff she said on the internet, she was a liar. Like, and what you don't understand, you women don't understand, man, is that men of the Lord, men that believe in Yahweh Hashem, we don't want to see women just get mashed up, you know. We'd rather the women fix up. We'd rather the men of our nation fix up, but we understand that that's not what's going to happen, though. Men really just want to live a peaceful life, man. Men ain't even on all that gallivanting around all the time. Men would pretty much do, for the most part, the same things week in, week out, and will do that for the rest of their life. But women, after doing the same things week in, week out, they want to try and spice things up all the time, man. They want to try and throw another spanner in the works, right? Even if the things that they do all the time was going on holidays, they were like, oh, I'm tired. They might go on holiday and end up visiting every country in the world, and now they'll be like, I'm tired of visiting countries. I think it's about time I visited another planet, don't you think? Do you know what I mean? That's the kind of mindset that women have. Eve was in paradise, man. You don't have to work. You know, all this stuff that women be saying now, I don't want to have to work for no man. I don't want to have to work. I'm tired of working. Yeah, that's what Adam and Eve was doing. They didn't have to worry about no job. They didn't have to worry about no jobs. They didn't have to worry about growing food, man. The food just grew, if you believe the scriptures as it says. But then afterwards, by the sweat of thy brow shalt thou eat bread. Right? By the sweat of thy brow shalt thou eat bread. But initially, it weren't like that. So Eve wasn't having to work, but she still had boredom. And the servant was able to come and deceive her ass, man. You shall not surely die. You can be a god, Eve. Eve, you can be a god. And that was Eve thinking, oh, I'm finna be a boss queen. I'm finna be a bad bee. And then now look at the world. But you women have got all this stuff to say about men. How many of you women blame Eve for the reason why you're miserable right now? Or would you say, yeah, but Adam shouldn't have listened to what Eve, because you know us women are weaker vessels. So Adam shouldn't have believed what. Okay, so should we hear what you got to say now then? If Adam shouldn't have believed what Eve said in the past, right? Should we believe and listen to anything that you women have got to say now? When you're trying to run your mouths and say things, and when the scriptures say, "I'll suffer not a woman to teach, but neither to you shall before it over man." Yeah, but that is because women was calling foolishness and folly in the churches back then. Women was talking, okay, women ain't doing foolishness now. Are women not doing foolishness now, causing confusion now? Like, some of you women are not worthy, man. You're not going to be worthy to get mercy in the day of the Lord, man. And having for men out there, like having the wrong woman around when all hell breaks loose, like, is going to be detrimental, man. Trying to pick women just because they got a big bum and all that. Because that's what Jake like, right? You know, Jake don't like no flat back woman and that L10 spine and that long backaritis. Jake don't like that. Jake don't like no big. Well, some Jakes do like these big overgrown women and that, but at least they're not a batty boy, right? He's still a woman, right? To each his own. If some Jake like Margaret women, hey, you're not an alphabet and a rainbow, so who cares at the end of the day, really? But trying to pick a woman based off what your physical attractions are isn't always the best way to go, man. That's not always the best way to go. And when all hell breaks loose, some of these women that look good are going to be seeking the men of the Lord. Whereas in the past, they wouldn't have ever gave those men the time of the day. Some men's optimal women, physically according to their eyes, are going to be trying to seek certain men when all hell breaks loose, because women can really chop and change their mind, boy. They can really mix it up, can't they? Verse 19, a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread. And for great tribulation, at a time like that, women are going to have to be made silent, man. You don't be doing too much talking. And for all you women out there that are trying to do the right thing, right, take heed to these things, because when all hell breaks loose, right, patience of people in general is going to be low. All your little female, I'm tired, I'm scared, or I need attention, I need to feel safe in this moment. All of that, people ain't gonna have time for that. All that women where they like their man, they might care about their man, but at the same time, but he ain't doing this or that, so he don't deserve my full respect. He don't deserve my full respect though, because he ain't did this, he don't do that. He just doing the bare minimum, girl. All that ain't gonna work, man. Men are gonna start looking at what are you doing though? They're gonna start questioning whether you're doing the bare minimum or whether you ain't even doing that. Because men are already starting to look at themselves in a completely different light, man. They're starting to realize that you women are not, that the juice when it comes to some of you women, in fact, most of you, isn't worth the squeeze. The juice ain't worth the squeeze, man. They're starting to look at the woman and be like, you know what? Okay, that woman looks good to me, but what's the price? And that doesn't mean that the woman's a straight out prostitute, but they're thinking, what's the price? what's the financial price that's going to cost me, and what's the mental price and the spiritual price of what that woman's going to cost me, man? How much time what's the time that's going to cost me? How much time is this woman going to want me to even spend with her? How much time is it going to even take before I even get the first batch of what I even want from her anyway, which is most of the time only the woman's body. You know what I mean? No, most men don't choose a woman because she can whip up a mean teriyaki stew, a mean brown stew chicken, or she makes a lovely brown stew chicken, you know, or the way she cooks ackee and stockfish is out of this world. I'm choosing her because of that, yo. The way how she makes jollof rice, like, nah. The way how she makes empanadas, enchiladas, like that. The way she does that is just woo. I could smell it. I smell it from our house, and I was like, mate, that's going to be my wife. When I smell her cooking going down 25 Israelite Lane, I was like, yep, that's a bit of me. That's not why men choose you, man. It's because of what you look like most of the time, man. 9 times out of 10, it's going to be because of what you look like. But when all hell breaks loose, men are not going to be desiring women only purely for that, man, because Yahweh's not evil, right? So Yahweh's not going to only allow women to get salvation purely because of what they look like. Because remember, we're all going to be changed anyway. So some women are going to be joined unto men of the Lord that might not look the standard level of attractiveness, man. Is Yahweh going to not allow a woman? Is Yahweh going to only make women of the elect? I mean, only women that are beautiful be of the elect? I don't believe that, because he hasn't chose the best looking men in the world to be of the elect. So he deals with balance. So the best looking women of the world are not going to be of the elect only either. And there's going to be women that are going to be of the elect that are not necessarily the most beautiful women in the world, but they're more righteous than the most beautiful women in the world, man. And they're going to get salvation, and they're going to be changed, and they're going to become some of the most beautiful women in the world through getting changed, and they're going to become more beautiful than the women that are beautiful now. Yahweh is going to deal like that with certain Israelite women, man. So I hope no one's hearing this video and thinking I'm just bunning out women and that's all it is. No, some women are going to be okay. In fact, there's going to be several women that are going to make it. Millions of them. Right? Hundreds of thousands, millions of them. A innumerable multitude, man. But those women are going to be doing different things than what most women in this world do now. They're going to have a complete different mindset to what women have now, where they think it's okay for them to get all kind of attention from men, but men can't get no attention from women. Isaiah chapter 4 verse 1, and in that day, 7 women should take hold of one man, which is not 7 as in fit like literal 7. It's the certain amount that a man requires, man. Shall take hold of one man, saying we will eat our own bread and we will wear our own apparel. Only let us be called by thy name to take our approach. Some of these women are going to show up in a group, man. There might be a brother that's single right now, couldn't find a woman to save his life right now, right? But when all hell breaks loose, 7 women, 4 women, 2 might just literally show. You see that? Remember that guy down the road? And we always used to see him on YouTube teaching the Bible, and we kind of heard the things that he said, and we didn't necessarily laugh, but it was like, man, what he says is a bit spooky. And we always used to say hello to him in the corridor, but I didn't think he was that cute. I didn't think he was that handsome, but I never necessarily thought he was ugly, but I never necessarily thought he was that cute either, right? He's still doing all right for himself, you know, during his time. Oh, is he? I think that we should humble ourselves and try and deal with him, because he spoke about all these things, didn't he? Yeah, he did as well, you know. Yeah, he did actually. Yeah. Okay, let's go over there and say, mate, we'll be your wives right now. And they're gonna knock on the door, tick, 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 knock, knock, knock. Right? Hello. Yeah, it's me from number 12. Yeah, yeah. And my friend, you know my friend. Yeah, I know him. Yeah, I know him. Yeah, so we was thinking, and then they're gonna be like, yeah, we'll eat our own bread and we'll wear our own apparel. Only let us be called by thy name to take our approach. And the brother's either gonna say, go away, or he's gonna say, get in, come in then. You know, come in the house, or go away, get lost. That's gonna happen to someone out there. Someone out there is gonna experience something like that, man. But having the wrong woman around when all hell breaks loose is gonna be highly detrimental, man. Highly, extremely. Right? And a lot of women are going to be experiencing this. Isaiah chapter 3 and verse 25, thy men shall fall by the sword, and thy mighty in the war, and her gate shall lament and mourn, and she being desolate shall sit upon the ground. Some of you men are going to be through out here. You ain't going to be able to find no help from no man, man. Micah chapter 7 and verse 10, then she that is mine enemy shall see it. In fact, Micah chapter 7 and verse 8, rejoice not against me, oh mine enemy. The enemy in this case is talking about you women, man. Everyone's our enemy, really, as a Jake. But mainly you women right now have been our main enemy, man. Women that are Israelites. You've been some of the main scoffers, man. Trying to stop the building of this beautiful thing. When I fall, I shall arise. When I sit in darkness, Yahweh shall be a light unto me. Because when we go through Jacob, it's going to look like all the things that these people are saying that ain't happening. No, Yahweh is going to be a light unto us. When the enemy shall come on like a flood, the spirit of Yahweh shall lift up a standard against them. Some people are going to be like, see, I told you them Israelite mans were lost. I told you that it was just trying to lead our people astray. I told you it was going to lead our people to get mashed up and broke up, you know. I told you that was going to happen. Look at them. Look at them. My man just got his head put in a guillotine, and we took the MOTB, and look at us. We're alive, and he's not. So obviously we were supposed to take the MOTB because he was saying that you ain't. But us, man, took it. And look at my man. That's what some of these people are going to think in their clown, wicked, demonic minds, man. And Lord, well, I'm not one of them. Lord, well, I'm not one of them, man. Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahweh Shai Ratazah. I'm not one of them, man. Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahweh Shai Ratazah. That I'm not one. I don't want to be no demon, man. I'm tired of sinning. I'm tired of even sinning anymore, man. I'm tired of it, man. I don't want to sin no more. I don't want no one to be able to say that I've did this or I've did that and not be lying about me and bearing false witness. They're telling the truth, and all the things that they can say about me, that I'm a bad person here and I'm a bad person there, and I need to fix up here and I need to fix up there, that they're correct about it, and I do need to do those things. I don't want that to be able to say about me. I want it to be righteous and purely clean, man. I don't want to have an evil, intrusive thought about something and have to rebuke the thought. I want to just be righteous, man. I want to be immortal. I want to be under the new covenant, man. That's why I named this channel Hebrews 8 and 10. I desire that, man. And all you other brothers out there, you desire it too. Just because you never named the channel, that you desire it too, man. We all know that that's what we require to be under the new covenant. Without us being under the new covenant, nothing else is going to matter. And in order to be part of the new covenant, we have to go through the mediator, which is Yahweh Shai. Yahweh Shai, man. Right? Micah chapter 7 and verse 8, rejoice not against me, O mine enemy. When I fall, I shall arise. When I sit in darkness, Yahweh shall be a light unto me. I will bear the indignation of Yahweh because I've sinned against. So we understand, man, that really, and it's a hard pill to swallow, you know. All this disrespect that we take in the world, all the catching hell, we deserve it. Even if you understand the true doctrine and the true overall we're not simplified, the overall deep thing of that, we had to go through this, right? Even if you don't want to say we deserve it, okay, we had to go through it then. You don't like saying that we deserve it because you understand it was predestined, okay, we had to go through it, right? The way of Israel is like a narrow path, yeah, where on one side is deep water, and on the other side is a great fire. And at the end of the narrow path, yeah, there's a beautiful place with all the greatest things that you could desire in the world. How can a man then get to all those beautiful things if he doesn't go through that narrow path? I guess he couldn't. Even so is Israel's portion, right? Now, am I making it up when I said that? Now, I didn't say exactly the way that the scriptures say it, but am I making it up of my own thoughts? Am I just some raving lunatic that's trying to spit my own game out here in the Bible and being like a Christian and I'm just making up my own things? Or is that in the scriptures? Oh, but we don't believe in the Apocrypha. Okay, I do. You don't believe in the Apocrypha. I do. So now what? I will bear the indignation of Yahweh because I have sinned against him until he plead my cause, verse 9, and execute judgment for me. He will bring me forth to the light, and I shall behold his righteousness. Then she that is my enemy shall see it, and shame shall cover her. Because women get shamed now. There's certain women that, you know, all these celebrities that we know and look at, and that people in this world look at you as like they're some kind of just invincible guy right now. All of these mans have had problems with women, you know, and even when they make it to the fame, they still have problems with women because the women might have grown up liking NBA players, but she ends up with a singer. Then he takes her to an NBA game, and then she sees now these same NBA players that she used to lust after when she was in high school. She sees them now as a fully grown man, and now he can dunk even better than he dunked before. And now when he dunks or he hits a free throw, it's not just the high school room and all the people in their school cheering. It's now all of a whole stadium. And then when he leaves the stadium, it's not just, oh, that was a great game, Ryan. That was excellent, Tyrone. That was a great game. And then the schoolmates and all that say how great the game was, and the cheerleaders from the school. Now it's the cheerleaders from that adult women that are beautiful and hot and all that. It's them. And it's all these fans. And she's seeing them, that guy wearing T-shirts with the people with his name on them. She didn't see that when it was in high school age. She might have just saw some cardboard signs. Let's go, Tyrone. Do it for the camp. Let's go, Tyrone. Go, Ravens. But now she's seeing people cheering up, making up songs, seeing YouTube shorts. She's going to lose her mind. So even these celebrity guys, they're going through problems with women now. And shame covers them when they didn't believe in men when they were younger. Or you didn't believe in him when he was younger. But then as he starts to get older and he makes it, or now you regret that you didn't stick through to the end, right? Well, that's what's going to happen to some of you women. You didn't believe in the doctrine. You didn't believe. You was like, oh, yeah, you've been saying that, though. A man might say to a woman, yeah, you're saying all this now, but you ain't going to say that. You ain't going to say that when all hell breaks loose. Yeah, you've been saying that, though. Where's the day, the Lord you've been talking about? That's what it's saying in the scripture. Then she that is my enemy shall see it, and shame shall cover which said unto me, where is Yahweh thy power? Yeah, you've been saying the Lord this, Lord that. I ain't seen the Lord yet. If all you're talking is this, Lord, 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 I ain't seen the Lord yet, mate. What you need to do, what you need, you're talking on this Lord, 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 Lord thing. I think you're better off being your own Lord. What you need to do is, you need to fix up and make it work somehow. And then even if them women ended up with the so-called man that they think needs to make it work somehow, because the woman's a demon, she still ain't going to make that work. Because even the men that are rich and have all these little worldly accolades, they have problems with women as well. Every man in this world has some grievance to say about women. Chris Brown, you think he made that song, These Hoes Ain't Loyal, for the fun of it? He's got that's a guy that literally has women paying to take pictures with him, taking, like, disrespecting their husband to take pictures with this guy. He's doing all kind of madness, got him twisted up and ventilated in different positions and they're paying for the picture. He ain't paying them. He ain't paying them to be in a music video. No, they're showing up to him to pay. And he's tatted up now and all kind of crazy stuff, But they're trying to compete with all the celebrity women that he's been able to get access to. But he's had a problem with women himself. That geezer had women accuse him of things and all kind of stuff, man. He knows that women are wicked himself. That's why he makes them songs about them, man. And these women that be lusting after him and thinking that he's gonna like them and all that, and wanting a one night stand with him and all that, they don't realize that he's making that song about them as well. But the reason I'm saying all this is even worldly men have got women that have got shame covering them because they didn't believe in them in certain ways. But it's the greatest shame is going to be for the women that didn't believe in the men that believe in Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai. Micah chapter 7 and verse 10, then she that is mine enemy shall see it, and shame shall cover her, which said unto me, where is Yahweh thy power? Mine eyes shall behold her. Now shall she be trodden down as the mire of the streets. Certain men are going to get to witness women that didn't believe in them get destroyed, and not even by their own hand, by that man's hand. That man ain't going to do it. The women are going to be destroyed, though. And then women are going to have shame cover them before it happens. They're going to be like, raw. All the things he said, he actually did it, Because there's certain men right now that they might have told the woman that they was with their so-called high school sweetheart, I'm gonna work this, I'm gonna work that, and I'm gonna become a millionaire. I'm gonna own this, and he didn't do it at the time because that woman didn't understand that the trajectory of those things was 15 years away from the current position now when he's a teenager or whatever. And then he pulls it off and makes it and does all those things. And that woman could have went along for the ride if she had the patience, but didn't do it. Just like how the elders, the Apostle Tahar, Apostle Gabar, Apostle Ariam, Apostle Rakar, right? Elders and different brothers of Great Millstone, like all the people that are of the elect that might not be in Great Millstone, that are around the world scattered, they've all had situations where they've dealt with women. And the older a man is, and had to cast off women because they didn't believe, you would assume that they've got even more experience with women, right? That would just make the most logical sense. Those men have had several women that didn't believe in the overall trajectory and they've been in the truth decades. And those women have continually saw over decades, the kingdom ain't came yet. I guess I made the right decision. He was talking all the kingdom stuff. 10 years goes by, the kingdom ain't came yet. Where's your Howard I power? The 20 years goes by, the kingdom ain't came. Where's your Howard I power? 30 years goes by, the kingdom ain't came yet. Where's the Howard I power? And then eventually she starts to raw. The MOTB things became mandatory. Whoa. This has happened now. That's happened now. This has happened. World War III. This and that and that and that and that and this and this. And then the man has made it, and she sees it with her own eyes, and he sees her one day, and she gets mired in the streets because he's watching her on a live feed now, on a chariot. He's on a chariot now with some heavenly headphones, watching her, just able to say, show my first ex. Say chariot, hologram chariot computer, show my first ex Veronica. Activating for you now, sir. Shows it on the screen, or some spiritual hologram screen or whatever. Okay, show my second ex, that nasty hoe that committed adultery on me. Okay, showing you footage now. Sees the footage, man. Show me my boss that fired me from my job unlawfully and wickedly, and they set me up. Showing you footage now. Gonna have a footage on all you people, man. Be able to rewind it, slow, hit at 0.5 times speed. Oh, nah, I'm not seeing 0.25 speed. Zoom in, zoom out. Yeah, how is going to allow the electorate to witness some of this, man? Show me the scoffers. Show me that scoffer that said that they hope that they'll see me in the day of the Lord again. Okay, showing you footage now, sir. And you see the footage, man. Now, having wicked people around in general, man, is going to be detrimental in the day of the Lord. But having a wicked woman around is going to be even more detrimental, man. And how is not going to allow women that didn't believe in him to get access to salvation through men that did believe in him, man. Not like that. Them women are going to have had to show respect to the men that did believe in him, right? Because it does say in the scriptures that an unbelieving wife can get salvation through the believing husband and vice versa. But that's not going to be a woman that was being a demon. That's going to be a woman that was still respecting their man, that he believes in something, man, and that he's doing something. Right, and I'm gonna end the video there, man. That's got to be like close to an hour. Yeah, I'm done with that. All praises to Yahweh Shem Yahushai, Hashem Makak Wadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and Shalom to the elect. Shalom.